All right, we'll call this meeting to order here for the Churchill Planning Commission at 6 o'clock. And then number 2, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there any public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to number 4, verification and posting of the agenda.
The agenda was posted on January 2nd, 2025, in accordance with NRS 241 and Churchill County Code.
Thank you. And number 5, consider possible action of approval of the agenda as submitted and revised.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Mark Hyde, for the record, I move that we approve the agenda as submitted or revised.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Number 6, verification of notice of all landowners in accordance with NRS and the Churchill County Consolidated Development Code.
All efforts to reach out to landowners was made.
Thank you. And then number 7, consideration of possible action of approval of the minutes of the meeting held on December 11th, 2024, public hearing. Can I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, Jeff Goings. I move that we approve the minutes as posted.
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Number 8, old business. And seeing that there is none, we will move on to new business. And this is the application of variance of soils report, tentative parcel map filed by Mick and Claudia Casey. And Randy, do you want to go? Or Dean?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dean Patterson, Public Works and Planning, for the record. You have before you an application for a variance from the tentative parceling plan submittal requirements, the tentative parceling plan and implementing parcel maps will be heard at a later date. This is just for the variance from the soil report. The tentative parceling plan process is a means of doing the equivalent of a subdivision, being more than 4 parcels, without doing an actual subdivision. It uses serial parcel maps to implement the lot layout. That would be splitting 3 small lots and a remainder. Then on the remainder, you do 3 small lots on a remainder, etc., until all the lots are done. These proposals must document that the property is able to handle the multiple septic systems through a septic soil report. This process is normally used for creating many small lots in a 1 to 5 acre range. This proposal is proposing very large lot sizes, currently 9 lots in the 20 to 40 acre range. There have been multiple different layouts proposed for the project over time, proposing smaller lots. The one submitted with this variance increases the lot sizes to the very large size. The applicant proposes the variance because the large lot sizes provide extensive area to deal with any isolated soil issues that inhibit the use of a septic system. The septic soils check would then happen at the building permit stage. There are 4 criteria to meet in approving a variance. There were no issues identified in the staff report. In summary, the very large lot sizes make the normal soil septic report of little value. Staff recommends approval with 3 conditions of approval listed in the staff report. I'll be happy to answer questions.
Is there anybody here to talk on that behalf of the application? Come on up, Mick.
That's a microphone, huh?
Yep. And just press it and it'll turn green for you.
It's on, right?
Touch it one more time, Mick.
I'm Mick Casey,
Go ahead and touch it, Mick.
and this is...
There you go.
Steve, oh, now I am on.
State your name and address. There
Okay.
you go.
I'm Mick Casey, and this is Steve Bell, and you know us, I think. And so, any questions you have, I'll answer them. We're just making large parcels. There's all bigger than 20 acres. And I don't know exactly what we're going to do with them, just want to make the parcels for now. If I could get some water, which is hard to find, I'd probably put some water back on the property. If I don't get water, well then, I don't know, do something with it later. And that's about it, I guess.
Yeah, I'll open it up to the board with any questions.
Mick,
Mr.
could you
Chair, Mark
state,
Hyde for the record. Somebody else going? You know, Mick, it makes a lot of sense to me when it's this large to wait until a building permit to do a soils test. The only question I have in my mind, and I think we all know the answer, but I want to ask it anyway, is there any possibility where a person would not be able to obtain a permit for a septic, for example, because of the soil on this land?
Well, I irrigated it a little bit last year and the year before we raised a crop. I never had any water run off the fields. It all went in, you know.
Okay.
There's plenty of drains for the water to go into the river, that's the drainage, and it just sunk in, all of it. Then I dug a couple little pits and it was just, there was no clay at all in it, just all sand and some loams and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very, very poor. Water goes in the ground easy there.
Commissioner Hyde, if I can interrupt. Randy Hines, Church County Public Works for the record. If there was an encounter of, unsuitable material, they can get an engineered septic done, which again has to get engineered, go to the state. But there are options. If you can't get a standard septic, you can always go the engineered route if necessary.
I'm green again. The water table there's probably 12 to 15 feet, so there's not a high water table problem there for septic tanks.
Churchill County Code Compliance Official for the record. Mr. McCasey, could we please get your address on record? We did not catch that.
Oh, as in residential or mailing?
Residential's fine.
399 Reagan Place, Fallon, Nevada,
Thank you.
89407. No, 6, yeah, 6.
Does anybody else have anything? Is there any public comment? Seeing none, can I get a motion for the finding?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman. Go ahead, Joe. You got it.
Okay. Joe Frey for the record. Based on the information provided in the application and the staff report and heard tonight, I move that the findings have been met for conformance with the criteria found in County Code 16.08.090F, and therefore approve tonight, and I move that the findings have been met for the conformance with the criteria found in the code that I just stated, and therefore approve the application for a variance from the septic soil report on APN 00-071-16. This approval is subject to the conditions as listed in the staff report.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we pass that unanimously. Thank you, Mick. And. All done. Just gotta go to the planning. Thank you.
there is a 10-day appeal period.
Said I didn't. All right, and then number 10, action items, seeing none, we'll move on to number 11, the consent agenda.
If you want to pull it out, otherwise just take a motion.
Can I have a motion for the consent agenda?
We're working on it.
Tammy Edgman, for the record, I move to approve the consent agenda.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
It's approved, and we'll move on. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, we are adjourned.
Man, that's got to be the quickest.